Hey guys, it's Mr. Shep here, and I'm just taking part in this science challenge that we are issuing to all students. I'm going to walk you through making some rock candy, and it requires a few things that we can use. Most of these things should be found in the kitchen. That's the whole goal of this challenge, is just to get you guys working with some science experiments, and using anything you guys have in your house. So for this experiment, I'm going to be making rock candy, like I said. And the few things that you need are some sugar, some water, and a way to measure them. So this measuring glass. Any kind of sticks, wooden sticks. You can use string as well, but I found these a little today. They were like €1 for some wooden sticks. And then just a glass, a pot to put some water in to boil it. And that's about it. So to start, what I'm going to do is I'm going to boil this water. So all I'm doing is taking 1/4 of a cup of water. You can kind of see it there, or 1/4 of a liter, sorry. 1/4 of a liter of water. I'm going to pour this in here, and I'm going to bring that to a boil. But before that happens, I'm going to measure out 3/4, so up to the line up about here, of sugar. So I'll take this sugar I've got here, pour that in here. See, you can get it up to about 3/4. A lot of sugar. Might even be the whole thing, honestly. Not entirely sure. Ooh. A little bit more. And it's about most of that bag, so you might want to go by and make sure you guys get your own sugar. And so this water's actually already started boiling, as you can probably tell. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the heat down, get something to stir it with. That's important. And take all this sugar, kind of stir it into this water here. It might not seem like it'll fit at first, but trust me, it does. Some of the first years might have seen this already. I did this with them a couple weeks back before we all kind of got kicked out of the school. So, I'll bring this over in a second here, but kind of stir it a little bit. And you're going to bring the heat back up and kind of boil it all together, and you'll slowly see the sugar dissolving. And what's happening here, I'll show you guys in a second, is because the water is being heated up, the molecules in the water are expanding and letting more of the sugar into it. And so what we're doing is we're creating something called a supersaturated solution. So, in time, once this gets all dissolved, you'll see it all kind of start to disappear. And while this does that, I'll let that boil. I'll show you what I'm doing next. I'm just going to take this wooden stick. I'm going to get a little wet, so pardon me. So I've ran it under a little bit of water, and I'm going to I'll show you here. Move my stuff around. It's got a little, it's boiling over almost. Got a little kitchen towel roll of sugar line here, so I wet the stick and roll it in the sugar. Ooh, slow down there. It's boiling really good, actually. Working really well. It'll start to get really thick, that water. That water will start to get really thick. So yeah, just roll your wooden stick or whatever you're using. It could be a string, it could be a toothpick, whatever. And so this is going to be our starter crystals for our rock candy. See there, it's kind of all coated, trying to get the other side in it. So now leave that off to the side for a second. We're going to finish our super saturated solution over here. Once you kind of see it all dissolve, it's kind of cleared up a little bit, you're probably okay. It's going to be really thick. So here, just make sure that's okay. Alright, I think that's okay. And then once that's all dissolved, you turn your cob off. Don't need this really anymore. We're going to take any kind of glass cup, take your solution carefully. That's important for this. Make sure you guys are being careful, have permission from your parents and everything. And we're going to pour that solution into a glass. As much as you can, kind of. hand. I have a bit extra, that's okay. And you can kind of see it's got a little bit of a yellow tint to it now. It's a little thicker too. And so what you're going to do then is you're going to take your wooden spoon or whatever, or stick of wood. And I have this clip on top to kind of hold it on top. You don't want it to be touching the bottom. And you're just going to stick that in here. And what's hopefully going to happen over time is more and more of the sugar is going to attach to our wooden spoon in here. So this could take a couple days, so I will check back in with you guys when I have a chance and we have some updates. So thanks, and just be careful when you guys are doing this. Make sure to be careful with the boiling water. And I hope you're all keeping safe and staying home. Thanks, and I'll see you guys soon.